Right, okay, good morning, how you doing? You might notice the hat. I've got a proper sun hat on today, I'm not messing about. Again, it's really hot today, so it's not as early as the last video when I went out, so it's about nearly 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's very hot today, but I'm prepared, you know. I've got my hat on and I've brought a backpack today with a couple of bottles of water, so you know I'm raring to go. So I'll just show you where I am. I'll flip the camera. I'm actually at Horsey, exactly where I finished the last video. I'm in that car park at Horsey Gap, whatever they call it. And my plan today is to walk from here, Horsey, to Sea Pooling. That's how they say it, Sea Pooling. P-A-L-L-I-N-G. Looks like Palling or Pooling. Yeah, Pooling. Yeah, I guess it is Pooling. Let's go and see Pooling. Right, hang on. Just show you. This is exactly where I was the other day in that car park. I was standing at this board actually when I finished the filming. So, if you wanted to go and see the seals or get to the beach, you walk up that way. That away. But the path is actually over here. So as I was mentioning in that last video, this is new to me. I haven't actually walked this part of the path before, so new experience. But this is where the Norfolk coast path is. We finished off over there on the left of me, and we're starting again here. Same car park, so you can park here all day for whatever the cost was, I can't remember. But here we go, Norfolk coast path, and we're going this way from the car park. This way. Let's go. So, like I say, I've got my sun hat on today. Baseball cap. I do usually wear a baseball cap most of the time, but sometimes you really want to you want your ears protected as well, so that's why I've got this hat on, my cricket hat. Ah, this is interesting. What is this, toilets here? Don't know. I can see a little rabbit running about though. Information unit there. Right, this way. As I said, if in doubt, look for the acorn sign. I can see it. Bosh. We're going this way. So yeah, I don't know if this video will be as long as the last one, but because I'm only planning to go to Sea Pooling today. Ah, it's a shame there's a bit of work noise going on over there, wherever that is, spoiling the atmosphere. We'll walk away from that soon now. So yeah, this is new to me. I haven't walked this bit before. So yeah. So really, I've got to keep my eyes peeled a lot more than what I have been doing in the other videos, because like I say, the other videos didn't really, because I've walked them before quite a lot of times, some parts of it I didn't need to concentrate that much. I could just walk and talk. But if I do the same today, could end up walking down the wrong path. I've got to pay attention. The old berries starting to come out. Well, we're mid-August now, so I think when do they come? Is it September time for the berries? Yeah, I imagine it's going to be the same kind of terrain for a lot of this, dunes and stuff. But I did look at it on the map quickly, but it does show it as we're going into Sea Pooling where we're going to end up. Shows it going into like the village a bit, I think, into the road, beach road. I'll probably stop filming there or walk to the top of beach road maybe, and then stop the filming there. Bit more of a breeze today, you might be able to hear it on the old mic. But yeah, another day, another walk, and more lovely scenery. I can hear that water swishing about, but it's got to be done. I got caught out yesterday. I only brought one bottle of water with me, and I ran out quite early, and I was very thirsty, and I was quite shocked about the tea stall not being there. So I did say if it weren't open I'd be surprised, but it just weren't there at all. So yes, I was surprised. The old sun out though, it's lovely. It's definitely doing its job, because the thing is with a baseball cap, yeah, it's alright, but it don't cover your neck. And this sort of because the sun's sort of behind me, to me right at the minute, behind me. I did feel it on my neck the other day, so hopefully this will help out. So the wind today is coming in from the northwest. It's not massively strong, but it's still quite a breeze. So you'll hear it on the mic as we go about our journey. Maybe it looks like we're going to see a bit more human activity in this video by the looks of it already. I was surprised yesterday we didn't hardly see anyone on that other walk. It was early, but still a bit overgrown here. That's why I got my trousers on. I didn't go to the camping shop like I said. Maybe that's for another day. Oh yeah, it is overgrown. That's definitely only wise to have trousers on through that bit anyway. Dusting myself off a minute. Carry on now. Bit faded, but there's the acorn. This way. Yeah, so another hot one. Whew. But I think it's going to start apparently getting a bit cooler soon. This has been, I'd say, the hottest summer that I can remember with regards to heat waves, because yeah, we used to always get the odd day or a couple of days which would be ridiculously hot, but this year we've had like 5 heat waves, and it's just, I don't know, relentless it seems like. Relentless. That's horrendous. Oh, the old caravan sites, look. A lot of people up. I can smell the old breakfast cooking away. Another sign here. So you could head to the beach that way, but we're going this way. Like I say, I ain't walked this path, so got to keep my eyes open. Here I go again on my own, down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk alone. Just facing the camera away for a minute because there's quite a lot of people about on the left. Don't want to film them. Yeah, see, I didn't know this go right close to here, but there you go. So the path takes you right next to this camping site or holiday park, whatever it is. The breakfast smells nice, I've got to say. A lot of people are cooking their breakfast. See, I brought water today, but again, I didn't bring anything to eat. It's like I'm slowly learning, but I'm not learning quickly. So yeah, improvement with the water situation. Not so much with the sandwiches. So yeah, we're going to see Pauline. How you doing, Pauline? You alright? Ain't seen you for a while. Yeah, so this path sticks right close to the camp, literally next to it. And there is little paths that lead up towards the beach, I suppose. And you probably would get a better view from up there, you'd see the sea and that, but I want to stick to the pathway. And that's where it showed it, going down here. So I think first we've got to walk through a place called Waxham. Then it goes after that. Next place is Sea Pauling. Sea Pauling. I can't help saying Sea Pauling now. I'll try and say Sea Pauling. Right, we're nearly past that camp now, so I can start filming straight ahead. As I say, I could have done all the way through, but I don't generally like doing that. Yes, there's another path there. Up there. We're going this way though. Yeah, I don't generally like doing that because I find it a bit intrusive, really, especially people on their holidays. They're just sitting there, taking it easy in the morning, possibly having a nice cup of tea. I don't really want to film them. It's not fair. Know what I mean? That's better. Pathway. With no one about. When I walk along filming, I generally hold the camera in my left hand, but I've been doing that pretty much all the way so far. And last night I felt the old twinge in the back, in my back to like the left side, so I'm hoping that's just a pain from holding the camera all that way without swinging my arm, do you know what I mean? Because I've got to try and hold it still. So I might have to switch hands occasionally to try and balance it out a bit. I'm going to do it now. Marvellous, absolutely marvellous. So yeah, a bit more breezy today. Apparently it's a little bit cooler, but not much though. It's really hot, I think. Hence the beautiful sun out. And I would call it beautiful, you know. And it does its job because, like I say, it covers the ears, which is important. Also covers the back of my neck, which is good. So at least I got enough water today, so it's just nice to know. Sometimes just knowing you've got it is enough to sort of comfort you. Yeah, look, we're going the right way. Film it from this side so you can see it. Right, let's have a look what that says. Horsey Gap, 1 mile. Well, we ain't walked a mile from where we was, have we? Sea Pooling, 2 miles. So that's not too bad. It's not that far at all. I'll have to give that some thought because I thought it was further than that, Sea Pooling. So going to Sea Pooling ain't as far away as I thought. Maybe, see how I feel, but maybe I might want to walk further than that then. I thought it was about 3 miles. Yeah, what was I saying about the water? Sometimes it's nice to just know you've got enough supplies, and then that stops you thinking about it and you don't tend to drink it as quick anyway. When you know you've only got like 1 bottle of water with a long walk ahead of you, to me it seems to pop up in your mind a lot. There's definitely more activity on this bit than the last bit. Say holiday camp back there. I can hear dogs barking up here, so I'm thinking it's something else like that, or some properties, I don't know. There's more happening on this bit. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. Like a drifter, I was born to wear cologne. I made up my mind. I can hear people, so I'm going to turn the camera to the right. Don't want to film them. Know what I mean? I'll try and avoid it anyway. Morning. Here we go. We're on the right path still. So it's showing it straight up this way. Down there. Yeah, I think it's another holiday park. Yeah, it is. More people. Or, no, it ain't. It looks like a boat sale going on. Is it a boat sale? I thought it was a boat sale. It's actually a camping site by the looks of it. Yeah, it's all tents and that. Again, I won't film, so I'll point it to the right, but privacy reasons and that. Here I go again on my own. Going down the morning, mate.
Morning, you right?
Yeah. Down the only road I've ever known. That I was born to walk alone. Made up my mind. Yeah, so it's quite breezy today. Breezy trousers. Right, from here, I don't know where I've got to go, but it's pointing straight up on that post. So I'm assuming it's over here. this away. Would have thought. Just got to keep looking for them acorn signs. There's a big campsite here. Don't know if it's like a holiday park or what, or some kind of festival. When you see flags like that flying, that reminds me of like music festivals and stuff. Right, so I wonder if it's up there. Hopefully not. No, I can see a post there, and it is amongst the bushes, but it's pointing this way. Don't know if you can see that. It's pointing this way, round here. To me that looks like some kind of music festival, but I could be wrong. I'm often wrong actually. Yeah, see more flags flying and stuff. Don't know. Someone knows, just not me. So yeah, this path takes you along holiday campsites, by the looks of it, or at least this first bit does anyway. Morning. Sorry you're looking at bushes, but it's because we're still walking past all these campers. Morning campers. Bit overgrown here. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. It's very overgrown here. Very. Look at that. Well, they need to cut these bushes back, definitely. Definitely. So if you're walking along here, keep in mind you're going to be forced literally onto the fence line because the trees are so overgrown. That to me is neglect. Whoever's in charge of, surely the people are in charge of the pathway, aren't they, somewhere? Maintaining it or whatever. Does that not come under maintenance? I would suggest it does, but what do I know? Look how overgrown it is. Don't look like many people walk down here, but I'm walking down here. Still going. So is that campsite. Yeah, that is, I don't usually like to make complaints I'm not someone that does that. I just sort of, if I receive bad service in a restaurant or whatever, generally I just wouldn't go back there. But I will comment on that. That is quite bad, that bit back there. That needs ground maintenance done on that, no doubt about it. Because yeah, I was able to get by it alright. But what if you're elderly, you know? That don't seem fair to me. That don't seem fair to me at all. I think you'd struggle to get past that bit. You'd probably have to take the alternative route. Maybe there's one up there, I don't know. But if you stick to the path, which I think I have done. Yep, I have, because at the end of this path it's got its pointing right. So that is the proper path. It's just really overgrown. And that's showing it going up here. Up here? Well, it can't be up there, because so it's got to be this bit. But yeah, so keep mindful of that. If you're walking that bit there, I mean, it might be a case of it's just been left for a little while and it'll be sorted out again soon. But if you're going to do this walk, this section of the walk, anytime soon, from mid-August 2026, then keep in mind that that bit is very overgrown. Look at that nice view. That's better, huh? Yeah, so keep that in mind. It's a very overgrown bit, that, and poor maintenance. And I can say that with confidence because I used to do ground maintenance, and if I would have left pathways in that state, that overgrown, believe me, they would have been on at me to cut that back. So yeah, that's not just been left for a couple of weeks, that's months and months. So that was poor. But yeah, you can get past it, but it's just a bit awkward. Right, so it's saying here beach steps that way, but we want to stick on the path, which is, I believe, this way, because I can see another post right up there. Yeah, so as I said, I'm doing this, trying to stick to the path as best as possible, because purely for the video's sake, and so people, if you're going to do the trail, you can see exactly where the actual path goes. But personally, now I know that bit back there, if I was going to walk this section again, I wouldn't go down that bit. I'd rather walk along the beach. But this is the path. We haven't gone wrong, because there's another post here. But yeah, if you want to do the path properly, like what I'm trying to do, then that is the way where I just came. But if I came back here again, I'd go along the beach, if you can. I think you can go along the beach. I would have thought so. And if you can go along the beach, it's got to be a lot easier than that overgrown bushes where I just walked through. That was dodge, in my opinion. Dodge my lodge. Poor maintenance. I'll say it yet again. Poor maintenance. Right. That's better. That's more like it. But talking about things that are overgrown, obviously I've only just noticed it on the pathways, walking ways, because Usually when I walk in cities or towns, villages on the pavement, so I don't notice pathways. But trails and stuff, yeah, maybe they're neglected, I don't know. This one on that section certainly is. But where I have noticed a lot of neglection, which some others might notice it as well, if you're very observant, if you're watching this, you might have noticed it. If you're a driver, driving about, going about your daily business, have you noticed, because I certainly have you noticed the road signs, how bad they're being maintained a lot of the time? And when I say bad, I'm not talking about every single road sign, because they do clean some of them and keep them tidy. But I've noticed a lot of signs are not maintained like they used to be, nowhere near. They're either filthy dirty, well they usually are filthy dirty, or got all moss on them, and they look filthy. They look like they haven't been cleaned for years. That's one thing. But they've got overgrown trees and bushes around them, to the point where it's a struggle to see some of them. And I've mentioned this before, I actually think that could be a safety issue, because I've had it where I've been coming up to a roundabout and a place where I'm not that sure where I'm going, so I'll look for the road signs, look for what exit I've got to take, and it was a struggle to see it. It really was, because the bushes were basically 3/4 of the way grown over the sign. So I eventually saw the exit that I had to take, but I had to look at it a lot longer than what I should have done, or needed to, should have actually looked at it. So that to me is a danger. You know, you should just have to glance up, see the exit and go. And that's the case of how it used to be. Not anymore, I'm finding these road signs are left in a bad state. And again, to me, that is neglect, because like I say, I was not in charge, but I used to do grounds maintenance for on a large scale, and if something got overgrown, I mean, I knew what I had to do because I had a routine. I'll get round to it when I get round to it, but I knew what I had to do, keep on top of it. Sometimes with crazy weather, if it rains a lot in a warm period, the grass would spring up quicker than normal, and then you'd still get some people saying, oh yeah, it's been cut, but it needs cutting again, you know, because it's springing up. Fair enough, you know, people do complain. And so in those situations I used to cut the grass on a routine, but sometimes if I got someone moaning like that, I'd go and cut it a bit earlier than what I'd normally do it, so just to keep the people happy. But so it just shows you people do notice things like that. So going back to the signs, why ain't nothing been done about that? You know, I know from experience, if I was like I say, I was in charge of the grounds maintenance, you get complaints. As soon as you get a complaint come through, I used to go and do it, because well, it wasn't a complaint, it was just like they've noticed it's overgrown more, whatever, and I'd go and cut it back. I was going to do it anyway, but just do it a bit sooner. But so surely they're getting complaints about these signs. I can't be the only one noticing it. So what's being done about it? That's what I want to know. Because like I say, I used to go, there'd be something come in, I might have a normal job plan for that day, and they'd say to me, oh, so and so at this part wherever, they've said it's overgrown, so I'd go and do that first before I do my other bits. So why aren't these road signs being cleaned, or hedges cut back and trees cut back from them? That's what I want to know. I've also heard things like all rubbish along the motorways, that ain't being collected as often as it used to. I don't know about that, but I have heard that. But the thing I do know about is what my eyes see, and my eyes are not deceiving me. I know that a lot of these road signs, they're not kept to the standard they used to be. No way. And to get in that state, to get that filthy, it don't take a few weeks or months, that's years. So like I say, I think what they do is they clean the ones they have to, maybe in major tourist spots or big important areas. But a lot of these places, especially rurally, I notice, because I do a lot of driving, and I see it time and time again where the signs are basically hard to read, and that's wrong in my opinion. So someone's not doing what they used to be doing, because they wouldn't be in that state. No way, no way. But yeah, sorry about that little rant, but thinking about them bushes back there, that got me thinking. We are still on the right path, by the way. Just saw the signs. So yeah, others may have noticed that as well, but they're an absolute state. So round here. But yeah, like I say, because I do a lot of driving, I notice the signs, and every time I see a sign that's so badly maintained, whether it be filthy with moss on it or just overgrown bushes, it actually annoys me. It does annoy me, I'll be honest with you, because maybe other people don't bat an eyelid at it, or they just think, oh, whatever. But I think the reason it annoys me so much is because of my background, work background. As I said, I used to do grounds maintenance, so I know how quick people complain about things when they see it overgrown, and I know how quickly I like to respond to those complaints. And it just annoys me when I see the state of these things now, and I think, well, why ain't it being done? That's my morning moan anyway. But yeah, there you go. More of the old berries, look. And this is quite overgrown along here. Be careful, because some of these, the ones with the berries on there, like prickly ones, aren't they? So be careful as you're walking through here. God, I feel like I'm in the jungle round here. You're in the jungle, baby! At least there's no strong wind blowing through here, though. That noise? Dog? Yeah, so perhaps I should have rung Pauline to let her know we was coming round. She might not be in. Look at that lovely view. A lovely view. Old church there. Like I say, this is new to me. I ain't been here before. Not on this bit. I've been to see Pauline. Got out of the car, walked a little bit, mainly on the beach, but not much else. So certainly ain't walked along this path. How long have we been going? What's that, 40 minutes? 40 minutes, just over, yeah. Not too bad, we're getting on along alright. Got to keep remembering, I've got to change my hand over to the other hand. This is nice, this bit of the path. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like that first bit. That's not my cup of tea. But I think that's probably because of the time of year. So if anyone was to walk that bit out of holiday season, I imagine that would be nice and quiet. But walking past there when all them campsites were buzzing, that ain't my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I don't like that. So I didn't enjoy that bit, but I'm enjoying this bit more. I like to be honest with my reviews, and you may completely disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. I'm used to that. The long and winding road. I like this bit. Even though I say like some bits are overgrown, I like that bit there. I didn't like the bit obviously back where the campsite was. It was literally forced onto the fence line or bushes straight in your face. Nah. Right, so the path takes you here. I think I did see this bit on the map actually. And it might go into a road. Is it called Mill Lane or Mill Road or something like that? And then it joins back up to the path again. I hope so anyway, otherwise I've gone wrong. And that would be terrible for the video. Absolutely terrible. Let's just have a little look. Very nice. Very nice. Right, so I've got to look for a post up here because I don't like this bit. I don't like not knowing, if you know what I mean. Once I know I'm going the right way, I can just relax. I wonder if it takes us past that church there. That'd be nice. No, I don't know if it does because I can see a post here. People about and... Right, hang on. Showing it up this way. Got to do a left. So I've got to go up here. Morning. Soft sand. So it's taken us, it showed it up here, so we was on the right bit because we got to the post and it was pointing backwards the way I just came, so that is the path. But the actual rest of it is showing it up here, which is hard work walking on this. Hang on, it's going left again. Let's have a look. Oh, we're at Waxham now. Here we go. Waxham. Wax on, wax off. So yeah, we was going the right way because that's showing it back down there. And then this way, showing it left. Norfolk Coast Path, Sea Pooling, 1 mile. So we've done a mile since I saw that other sign right back there. So we're a mile closer to seeing Pauline. Let's have a little look round here. That's a lovely old wall. I don't think you can see that. Whatever that house is, or manor, might be a big farmhouse, I don't know. But that is a lovely old wall, that is. You can see it, it's flint. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video. That's got a bit of history to that. I like things like that. So, path goes along here. Next to the old farmer's field. Marvellous, absolutely marvellous. It looks like it goes straight for quite a while. Or does it? Because there's another post here. Hang about. I've got a feeling it goes up here. So why isn't there a sign on that post? What is it there for? Why is it there? I wouldn't have thought it's along there, people. So I'm going to take a chance and go this way. Could be wrong, but that don't look right to me. Shame there's no post saying if it's right or wrong, but I'm going to go this way. Stick a chance. Hopefully we'll see another sign up here to prove that it's the right way. It looks right. Looks like a lot of people have walked it. But don't know. Oh, this is nice. This is lovely. Through a little foresty bit. Now this is nice. Yeah, I'm disturbing the old pigeons going through here. Probably thinking, nice and quiet before you walk through here. Geezer. Look at that, it's like a crocodile. Crocodile? Crocodile. Yes, that might just be wonderful. Right, so this is nice. Very nice. So yeah, I did say we'd go through Waxham. Next up, Sea Pooling. And we'll see at Sea Pooling how I feel about walking further. I don't know. You know, once I've had a drink and a quick pit stop to maybe have something to eat, I might be right up for it. You never know. Or I might think, nah, had enough now. But what I am thinking is, I've got work for the next couple of days, and I did hear there might be some change in the weather coming next week, which could mean some rain, although that would be a bit of a shock to the system because it ain't rained for ages, but it could happen. So I'm thinking I might not be able to do another video for quite a while, like 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days. So would it be only wise to do as much as I can today while the weather's nice? Strike while the iron's hot and all that stuff. Don't know. That breeze is nice for me, but it might not be so nice for you. That's one of the things I'm very particular about certain things. I've definitely got OCD, about a lot of things, and one of the things that bothers me is, I've mentioned it loads, is the wind noise on the mic. It does bother me, because my biggest concern is, will people switch off because of the noise on the mic? That is a concern. Way round it, well, you can get a mic muffler for a plug-in mic. Tried that, didn't work on this camera. All as I kept getting is a clicking noise, and that weren't the proper proper mic for it, but I did try it, didn't work. So I thought, well, get a complete different camera. So I did that as well. Let's have another little look about first. Yeah, I did get a complete different camera, and that was better. I've got to say that the noise was lovely on that. Well, a lack of it. But I couldn't get on with it. I couldn't get used to the camera. I didn't like the camera. There's something about it. It was a clip-on mic, so it was a wireless thing. I just, you know, when you ain't comfortable with something, and I did quite a long video of it. So if you're not comfortable with it, that's a big factor for me, because a lot of these videos are long, so I need to feel comfortable with the camera, and I weren't. So that went back. So I'm back to the old camera with the mic on the camera, the internal mic, which is, it's not brilliant with the wind, it really ain't, and it's always a concern. See, I'm just know that I'm concerned for your hearings, what the noise pollution you may get while watching these videos. You know, I can handle traffic noise and all that on the videos, that don't bother me, any sort of noise, but the wind noise does bother me, because it's so, I don't know, well, you'll know. What I do know is I don't like it. I don't like it. So we've got less than a mile to go now. I feel like I was just getting into this walk. It's coming to an end. So further north to see Pauling is, the next main place is a place called Eccles-on-Sea. Is that too far to walk today? Just trying to think. I'm pretty sure we're on the right path. I know I ain't seen another post, or I ain't noticed one, but from when I checked it on the map, it did show it going next to this ridge through here. So I'll be very surprised if this is wrong. I think we are spot on. And I don't actually think it's that far from here. Yeah, so that bit that I was saying is Mill Lane or whatever. I don't think we've been to that yet. We're coming up to that in a bit. So the path sort of joins up to it. You walk to the end of it, it's only short, and you connect back up to the path, I think. I can hear more holiday camps coming up, and that will be the case as we get closer to Sea Pauling. That's another holiday resort, especially this time of year. Start listening to the wind on the reeds. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I'll try and shield the camera a bit. I like that sound, the old wind on the reeds. So we ain't seen the sea on this video yet, but it is just over that bit. But maybe what I'll do is I'll walk, this path leads to Beach Road, sea pooling, then it shows you doing a right towards the sea. Go right up to the beach and then you do a left again, heading north. So I might, depending on how many people are about, I might try and end the video there. So at least you see a bit of the sea, because it's nice to look over that. How are we doing for battery in that? Battery's looking alright. 56 minutes. So it's only been an hour. And tell you what, I'm happy with the hat, really am. And I'm sure you're really interested in that, but I am very happy with it. Yes. Right, do I remember this bit from the map? I think so. It's looking official though, because we've got boardwalk. Yes, look at that. Just have a little look. There she is. The acorn. First one I've seen for a while. Just restores your confidence, you know what I mean? Gives you that extra spring in your step. Oh, look at this. What is it, a little stream? I doubt it this weather, but maybe it sometimes is a bit of water running there. There's not much of that though. It's been very, very dry. This is nice. Very nice. Right, keep going. So where does it go from here? I can see the acorn sign on this little bridge thing. Right. I'm guessing there was another sign there, was there? So where? Oh, I think it goes over there. Because that way is just the driveway to the main road. This way is just houses, I won't show you, but it says private. So it's got to be this way. And I think I do remember it showing it going over. That's the thing, you look at these on a map, shows it going over a road. That was the road by the looks of it. So you might be expecting to see a big road and it's just a tiny little thing. Yeah, this is it. So along here, up to this bit. And it looks like it goes through them bushes up to them trees there. Again, I can't see a sign, but that is where it looks like it goes. Yep, there's no other way. Look, you can't go that way. Well, you could, but you shouldn't, because it's a farmer's field. So it shows the path going straight up here. That's where we'll go then. Very overgrown, but again, I like this bit like this. Little trees and that, bit of tree cover, it's nice and cool. This whole shack thing here. It's like an old shed or something. Yeah, we've just walked down that bit. Going along here. Yeah, as I said before, because it's such a long journey and I ain't done most of it, the vast majority of this trek before, I'm going to come to some awkward bits, but you expect that on a long journey like that. You can't have it plain sailing all the time. But yeah, as I mentioned, I ain't mentioned it today actually, but I'll go into it again now because I know you're really interested. But I'm not going to walk to the Lincolnshire border, as I've said in the other video. I'm actually just going to walk. I'm just going to walk to Hunstanton. That's the plan, because that is the actual official Norfolk Coast path. The official Norfolk Coast path runs from Hunstanton to Hopton-on-Sea. There's another one of them acorn signs, a bit faded, but there you go. Proves we're going the right way. We've got to go through this gate. Right. It's got no latch on it, but I always like to shut the gates behind me best I can. So yeah, that's the official Norfolk Coast path. Even though you can walk further than that, and it's called a different name, but the official Norfolk Coast path runs from Hunstanton to Hopton-on-Sea. So that's what I want to walk. I've done it the other way round, because I do things like that. So I started at Hopton-on-Sea. Look how overgrown this is, you know. Yeah, I did start at Hopton-on-Sea, and I'm hoping to finish at Hunstanton, so I'm doing it the other way around. But that is what I want to do. I just want to make sure I've got no bugs on me. Hang on, because I'm OCD, as I said. Probably have got some bugs, but yeah, so I'm planning to end it at Hunstanton. So, and that would be 84 miles. Still a long way, but that makes the most sense to me to do that. I know I was giving it all that talk at the first video and the second one. I want to walk to Lincolnshire, but it don't make sense. It's not the official part of the Norfolk path anyway. This might be that Mill Lane bit I was talking about, because it's a road. Old tractor. Look at that. Luscious. Yeah. Yep. We're doing the right thing. So there's a track that way. We don't want to go that way. That's a road. That goes up to the beach, and the path is where we've just been walking. As you can see it, that's the annoying thing, as I said, with this camera, but it is showing it that way where we've just come from, that way where we're going, this away. So just checking the battery again. If I was to walk just to see Pauline, don't look like I'd have to charge the camera up. This one charge should be enough. Possibly. The summer breeze came drifting in from across the sea. It's very windy here. Very windy. Right, so I think this is a bit awkward, this bit. I didn't like the look of it on the map, but it shows it walking along the outside row of them caravans and down there a little bit, and I think it goes to there's a little path that cuts through to the road, so I think we're actually here. I think this is Sea Pauling. Don't know. I ain't even had a drink yet. See what I was saying? Sometimes it's just nice to know it's there. It's probably really warm as well. See, still ain't got one of them. I should get one of them cool bottles. A big one if I can. Ah, yeah, I can see it. There's a little path here and it's got the sign on it, so we're doing good. Let's have a little look over there. Yep. If there's too many people about, what I'll do is I'll flip the camera and you'll have to look at my lovely hat. Marvellous. And this is the little path. Very little path. People, yeah. Well, going to be able to get past? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. No, that's all right. I was going to go back otherwise.
Oh, no. We're having a little natter.
No, I don't.
Not a good place to natter, though, is it?
No, it's always lovely to have a little natter. Cheers, thank you.
Okay, so keep you very long.
Right. Here we go, so carry on. I think this is the one that leads to Beach Road. Don't know. If not, there's another one. Phone box there, look, over the fence. Yeah, so that here. I'm thinking this is actually it. This could well be it. This will be it. Marvellous. Yep. So over the road there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's another one of the signs which is pointing right, which is heading to the beach, saying Norfolk Coast Path. So I think we've done it. We're there. Here we go. This is it, I think. This is it, man. What I'll do, yeah, see it's saying on that post there. I'll flip the camera. How you doing? but I could probably end the video here, but I want to show you the beach really. So where would I start again and all that? I've got to look for that. I think it's up here, so hang about. So you've got a cafe here, which is nice. Fish and chips. Yeah, quite a lot of people here, so I won't be filming this bit, but you did see it from back there. So I'm walking straight towards the beach, and there's a slope thing you've got to walk up, which I'm about to go up. Yep, going up the slope now. I'll flip this bit round. There's not many people. Going up the slope. So this sea pool and independent lifeboat, that's where we came from, just back down there. And here's the lovely sea. In a minute, got to show you it. Got to have a quick look. There you go. Don't like filming people too long, but that's the sea. So where's the path then? Where would I get onto the path? I've just seen it. It's down here. So I walked that bit just to show you the beach, but now I'll walk back to where the path goes for the next video. Here again. Hello. Lovely old boat going by. Right, yeah, so there's a sign here. So that slope that I was just talking about, that I informed you about, at the foot of that, that's where the sign is, which I'll show you. Norfolk Coast Path, Hopton on Sea, 21 miles. So we've walked 21 miles according to that. 21 miles to Hopton. Norfolk Coast Path, Cromer is 16 miles. Sea pooling, circular walk. No, we're at sea pooling, but you can do a circular walk. So Cromer's 16 miles from here. Norfolk Coast Path alternative route. No, we don't want to do that. So basically, this is where I'd start from again here at this point. Just letting you know that, because you need to know that really. So yeah, sea pooling. I will end the video here because I think I'll get some breakfast, but that is where it starts again. Now actually it's showing it going up there, so how do you get up there then? Well, what I'll do is I'll investigate and hopefully I'll know for the start of the next video, but what I'll do is I'll start the video from this sign where I've just filmed at sea pooling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little walk and my rant. Hopefully see you again in the next one. See you later.